Welcome to episode 520, 5 Black Self-Made Billionaires in the United States, Part 1 Biography. This is an outline of episode 520, Part 1, free ebook, and the 5 self-made billionaires. First, the free ebook, Zero to Billions, Born to Win, 14 Black Self-Made Billionaires. This book was published in Amazon Kindle. There are 2 steps to get this free ebook. Step number 1, write email to drpaulchan@gmail.com. Step number 2, write Self-Made Billionaire. I will email you the ebook in PDF format. There are many surprises in this book. For example, there are more Nigerian Black Self-Made Billionaires than there are American Self-Made Billionaires. Also, the Nigerian billionaires are richer and younger. The creation of the first Black Self-Made Billionaire in 1979 began with a young entrepreneur called John Malone, nicknamed the Cable Cowboy. He was building a cable TV empire and he needed TV channels. In 1979, John Malone partnered with Robert Johnson to found BET. Robert Johnson, then at age 33, had no prior business experience. It was a cowboy kind of deal. The amount invested was $500,000. Robert Johnson would own 80% of BET.
I'll never forget when we did this deal. It took about 30 minutes to close this deal. It was real. And back then, you could do a deal on a handshake, and essentially what we did. But he wrote me a check on the spot for $500,000 to get BET started. And after I got the check, I said, "John, I've never run a business. What advice can you give me?" He said, "Real simple. Get your revenues up and keep your costs down." And it was that kind of straightforward advice that is, I think, is the hallmark of John Malone. He's a guy with tremendous vision for a complex transaction, yet at the same time, he has just a basic approach to how do you make. In 2001,
Robert Johnson would sell BET to Viacom for $3 billion. Robert Johnson became the world's first Black self-made billionaire. But Robert Johnson would only be a billionaire for a few months because of a costly divorce, $400 million to Sheila Johnson. Now, better than a TV soap opera, Sheila Johnson would later marry the judge who awarded her the $400 million settlement. Our next Black self-made billionaire is Oprah Winfrey. She is as famous as Nelson Mandela. Oprah became a star with the movie The Color Purple. She is the queen of television, and she is known by billions of people all over the world. In 2020, she might run for U.S. president. Our third Black self-made billionaire is Michael Jordan. He is king of basketball. Unlike Robert Johnson, Michael Jordan survived a costly divorce of $168 million. Michael Jordan, also known as Air Jordan, became the world's first athlete self-made billionaire. Our fourth Black self-made billionaire is Robert Smith. He's only 56 years old. He's the richest Black self-made billionaire in the United States, and he is twice as rich as Oprah Winfrey.
What we did and what I was able to do was bridge a couple of ideas. You know, software is truly still the most productive tool introduced in our business economy over the last 50 years. And through my work, when I was early as an investment banker, I got to see a number of software companies and how they operated. And I ran across one that turned out to be a client, and ultimately the owner of that business, that trust, ended up being my first investor. And that particular business had a set of practices that they used, business practices, that helped them run that business more efficiently than any other software company that I had seen. And so in essence, you know, what I'll say, you know, took some of the kernels of those best practices and said, if you took them and as an engineer and create a process around delivering those best practices across the world of enterprise software, you could do quite well.
This is a picture of Robert Smith and his second wife. He was able to survive divorce without paying hundreds of millions of dollars of settlement. Our next Black self-made billionaire is David Stewart. He's 67 years old and he is richer than Oprah Winfrey. David Stewart is the co-founder and chairman of IT provider Worldwide Technology.
My style is more around servant leadership. One of the things that the biggest obligation and responsibility I have leading this great company that we've had the fortune of building is to put the best interest of our employees before anything else. And partnership and that we build in the community, as well as partners we build with our collaborative IT partners that we have as well. Then, obviously, we put their best interest first. As a result of that, the value that we're able to bring to those, we make those companies better as a result of us being involved with them versus us not being involved with them.
What is amazing is Stewart did not make his fortune in Hollywood or from Wall Street. He made it in Missouri, in the middle of the country. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your comments and questions below. My next video will be part 2, 5 Black Self-Made Billionaires in the United States, 5 lessons. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.